Hi, today I'm going to do a flip through of the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. So this is created by Jill Pyle, illustrations by Tatiana Vedenkina, and let's see, it's published by Hay House. I really wanted an Oracle deck that was solely focused on self-care because I think tarot and Oracle are such great ways to work on your own self-care, and I often get the message of the importance of self-care and self-love in my readings. If you've watched my pick a card readings before, then you probably have heard the message, have heard me talk about self-care and the importance of it. And I would just love to do more readings to really specifically empower you and to give you more guidance in ways that you can actually practice self-care and self-love. And I thought that this deck would be perfect for that. I do have a couple of other decks that are sort of similar. I have the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, which is also a very empowering deck, and I love that one so much. But I was really drawn to the imagery, and we're just gonna get into it, okay? So the box already is awesome. Purple is one of my favorite colors. I actually pretty much love all colors. My favorite color is yellow, but I also love green and I love purple. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. And then we have the guidebook. Let me just put away the box. And this is the back of the card. So it's not reversible, but I don't read reversals often with tarot. And I definitely don't read them with Oracle cards. Let's take a quick look at the guidebook first. I never like to cling on to the guidebook for too long. Let me see. So we start out with a little bit about this Oracle deck, then some spreads that you can do, and then you go straight into the card meanings. There are 55 cards, love that. And then we end with some acknowledgement and information about the artist and author. So let's see what I can tell you about this Oracle deck that I find interesting. It has some guidance on how to use the Oracle deck. And then here you have some Oracle spreads. So you have self-care for the soul, a 3-part self-care ritual to nourish yourself on all levels in all directions and along all timelines. Oh, I love that. Oh, I might do one of these spreads. I might do this spread, or no, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip you through the cards. This is what the pages look like, by the way, the card meanings. So you have a journal prompt at the end, a mantra, if you want to use this for meditation, and then a whole lot of information on how you can actually, in this case, ground yourself, how you can actually do that. So I love that. What I want to do is we're going to flip through the cards, and then at the end, I'm gonna pull 2 or 3 cards to help encourage you to start a self-care routine. And I'm gonna do that with you. So let me see, I'm gonna zoom you in just a little bit. Okay, I gotta say, there are probably some artistic things in here that I just cannot do. I know that a lot of self-care things that you can do have to do with creativity. I love being creative, but when it says or if it's gonna say that I should paint or draw, I'm not gonna do that. I am just gonna either, I don't know, write something, journal a bit, or make something on my sewing machine. Like I made this scrunchie. I wore this one in the previous unboxing that I did, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. I've been loving sewing. In the last week, I made 2 shirts, a dress, and a pair of pants. Always do whatever works for you. So now let me shut up. I could have already started this flip through. I think the imagery is so cool. I love the color palette that they chose for this. We're gonna see if the lines here, if the boxes here, yeah, there are different colors on each card. Oh, it's so cute. It's so pretty, and you have like extra symbolism in the fact that she has her 3rd eye, that she has moons and crystals and thunder on her sports bra, I think. Oh, that's so cute. There's so much more from the imagery to get than what you first think, maybe at first glance. Love that. So pretty. Oh, I was so drawn to this oracle deck like as soon as I got into tarot and oracle, but I don't know what it was. I never really wanted to get this deck until I just realized how often I get the message of self-care through my readings, not only when I do pick a card readings, but also when people book a reading with me, or when I do a reading for myself. I cannot dance, but I love to dance. I do like the silly dances. But I love that I get the message of self-care and the importance of self-love in so many of my readings, because I think that it is always an important part of seeking guidance, I think, or getting guidance, is being empowered to take care of yourself and to love yourself. Oh, I like that. That's not just doing things or, well, like hobbies or something, but it's also connected to your actual physical health, because that is another part of self-care that is really important. Oh, that's so cute. I wonder what would this mean? Like, look for fairies. But if you are not, like, don't want to say not a believer in fairies, but what would this mean? Oh, so the journal prompt would be, how do you think you can connect more with your childlike sense of wonder and keep open to life's infinite potential? So I feel this is more tune in to your more childlike behavior or something, or let me see. The magic surrounding us can typically be seen only by those who are in a state of joy, looking at the world through the eyes of a child and open to infinite possibilities. That's so cute. I thought that card kind of stood out, so I wanted to look in the guidebook. I'm not going to do that for all these cards, obviously. I love cooking, so... So I don't really have a lot to say for everything. I usually put some music under these flip throughs and then flip through the cards, and then I come back at the end. But I don't know, for this deck and the previous deck that I flip through. Okay, so this is my third attempt on filming the flip through from this point on, because my camera stopped recording and then I wanted to film it again and I didn't press record. So yeah, we're doing great. And I just made a fool out of myself by saying flip through instead of flipped through. So let's get on with the flip through from here. Overall, I think this is an amazing deck, an amazing oracle deck, and I cannot wait to use it in my own practice, in my pick a card readings, to give you guidance. And I would love to hear from you if you have experience working with this deck, if you have it, if it is on your wish list. I would love to hear from you, and I would also love to hear if self-care, self-love plays a big part in your own practice, in your own spiritual practice. Yeah, I would love to hear that from you. And that was the flip through. So I already drew 3 cards for the ritual, self-care ritual, and I already started talking. I'm having a lot of troubles with filming this, so let me just go through it again. These are the cards that I drew for the self-care ritual. We have energy work, look for fairies, and connect with fire. And I thought the fire card was interesting because in June we're going to be entering summer, and that is the season that is associated with fire. So we start with energy work, and I think that can look different for everybody. You can either work with the chakras like she is doing here in the picture. For me, energy work really is more practicing and reading tarot. So I think that is going to be an important part of my self-care ritual and just things that I will be doing in the month of June anyway. Then we have look for fairies, and we already looked through the guidebook for this card when doing the flip through. But I think that this is a reminder of looking around you to see the magical things, because I think that there are so many more magical things around us than we may think at first. And I think this is a great reminder to get more into my own personal kind of witchy practice, that kind of stuff, because I would absolutely love to dive deeper into my witchy practice and working with herbs and trees and plants and all that kind of stuff. I really love that. And then we have connect with fire. I don't really get a message instantly on how you can incorporate this in your self-care, but maybe it just means more like staying warm and taking care of yourself, making sure that you have how do I want to say this, like be warm to yourself almost is what I'm feeling. And maybe making a fire, like how do you, campfire. Wow, I did not find the words, like a campfire. And that is what they are doing here, and connect with people, because hopefully many of us will be able to do that soon, with the most of the restrictions lifting. Yeah, that is kind of what I got intuitively, and just by looking at the image and the keywords. So yeah, that is what I got from this intuitively. I would love to hear in the comments down below what from this ritual you would like to implement in your life next month, or whenever you are watching this. I would love to hear from you. So that was the flip through and a sample reading from the Sacred Oracle Tarot deck. I think this deck is so fun. I cannot wait to use this deck in one of my upcoming tarot pick a card readings, so definitely stay tuned to my channel if you want to see that. Now I want to ask you to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more flip throughs, more pick a card readings, anything like that. If there's ever anything that you would like me to do a pick a card reading on, I would love to see that in the comments down below. You can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the links either in my description box or the pinned comment. I would love to work with you. And now I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.